Hello, my dear friends, my dear audience, and ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to my show. Jack Xiao is my name, East West Show with G&E TV, channel 44.9. G&E TV is the local station by channel 44.9 that provides you all the information about our day-to-day life, especially in Southern California. However, EDI, the mothership, is the big organization who is sponsoring, organizing this 11th Chinese American Film Festival, which is scheduled to start November 1st with a welcome banquet, huge splendid banquet, tuxedo banquet, call it that way, and with the summit talks, discussions of U.S.-China film co-production. And on the third day of November, that opens the 11th anniversary of the Chinese American Film Festival / the Golden Angel Award presentation. A member on the board, as a committee member of Chinese American Film Festival, also wonderful musician and pianist and composer, the list go all the way on, by which I mean if I finish till the end, I have to cancel the show. So I shall stop there, right? Okay. And most importantly, he is the Grammy Award winner, Mr. Omar Akram. So, sir, welcome to the show.
Thank you. Nice to see you, Jack.
Very good. And you have already noticed that I normally wear a jacket, right? So when I see an artist dressed in an artistic way, I said, let me number one go black, let me number two go with t-shirt.
Well, you look great.
Do I look like what? More an artist or more than a show host?
I think you look a combination right now.
Right. You're a politician.
Yes.
Instead of musician. I mean, both. Right?
Both,
You're
right,
both. Okay,
right.
very good. So I would like to invite you, please, give us some introduction. And I know how great you are in your professional backyard. My audience might not. They might not come across you on the supermarket or something without knowing you. And from day on, they will say, oh my God. They will say that, oh my God. They will rush to you for autograph, right? All right. Okay, now you start your introduction, please, sir.
Well, I thank you for that great introduction. I won a Grammy Award for Best New Age Album in 2013. And basically, my music is instrumental. It's, my main instrument is piano. But I bring in a lot of different cultures into my music because I lived in different countries. Although I was born in New York, both of my parents are from Afghanistan, first generation. And so we lived in different countries. I lived in Prague, Czech Republic, where I started to play the piano. I lived in France. We lived even in Cuba for a couple of years, and you hear a lot of the Latin influence into my music is because of that.
I see.
You know, and so my music is considered new age, but it has a lot of influence on European classical music, but also it has a lot of the world culture's influence in it as well. And I think that's what resonated with the Grammy members when they voted, because I think that whole world angle really touched a lot of people, and it did very well. So it connected with a lot of people worldwide.
Of course, we know that when you talk about Grammy Awards, you're not talking about a ribeye steak, so which is available everywhere. You're talking about one out of tens of thousands, or maybe even more, hundreds of thousands. So that's the outstanding, out of outstanding person who gets it. And also, I appreciate the fact that you mentioned about your background, especially the part that you lived in different places, you travel a lot, right? I know lots of people, especially people in the music industry, they emphasize a lot to the traveling part, to living different country part. So how do you comment? How do you see that you are seeing the rest of the world helps you make who you are and who your music is?
Well, I think
the unique way.
Yes, I mean it has a big influence, like I said, because one thing that a lot of people in this country at least don't realize, that when you travel, you see a whole different world, right? Sometimes you learn a new language, or you are in touch with a culture that you're usually not in touch with. So that influences you, especially if you're younger. I did a lot of my traveling because my dad worked for United Nations in New York. So we traveled to different countries, and that made a big impression on me as a young man, living in different countries. For instance,
so your mind is kind of was internationalized even at the young age. You're not focusing to one point, just this one teeny tiny point. You're kind of starting broader vision, some kind of that way, right?
Yes, and I think that made a big impression on my music, and I think it's a positive influence.
It is positive influence. Yeah. All right, again, and also. Of course, I have no music background. I might ask, maybe I have already asked stupid questions, right? But bear with me if I did, right?
You're
right?
fine.
For those I have done already, just excuse me. I beg you. I beg you to forgive me. But the thing is that I notice as a person, with no background, notice that, put it this way, ba-ba-ba-boom, ba-ba-ba-boom, that's music, right? With the notes. And da la da la da la da 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 la da dee la dee, that is music too. They are totally different. So we know the difference, we hear the difference, but what is the difference? People do not even know. At least I do not know. I thank you for this opportunity to meet with a musician of that nature who probably can tell me what is exactly, by playing those notes in different ways, that can portray a different culture.
Well, I think European classical music, and if you're talking about Chinese classical music or even Indian classical music, they, it's just sometimes the way you tune an instrument. I mean, really, when you look at the piano, it only has like an octave has 7 notes, and it's just the way you play it and the way you connect. Again, the cultural background and where you come from has a huge influence. Okay, and the way you do it.
Exactly.
And I think that's you're hitting. You're making a good point, because I think the difference is, where each musician, what culture they come from, and the way they perform it. And I think that's what the difference is between those songs.
Those are like a vocabulary to your poem.
Yes.
To your book, like that kind, right?
Yes.
So you use the vocabulary that carries the culture.
Yes.
To form your own style.
Yes.
I see. So in your masterpieces of your album that won the Grammy Award 2013, which is was a once in a blue moon opportunity to the rest of the folks. What are in there as your unique style to portray your unique style?
Well, first of all, winning a Grammy Award is the highest honor you can get.
Yes, of
in
course.
The music business. So that alone is was a big deal when we won. And I think, like I said before, what made that album different is the fact that we brought in different instruments from different countries. Like we had some percussion instruments from like India. We had some other instruments from Latin America. So but it's still my style. It's not like we're totally changing. The thing, especially that connected with the American audience, is that we brought in some flavors without overdoing it. If you understand what I'm saying. If you do it too much, then people don't understand it. It becomes too different for them. But if you're doing something that they can understand, like you know, playing beautiful melodic music, you know, and then you add in a hint of a Chinese instrument or a hint of an Indian instrument. So now you're blending in different instruments from different parts of the world and enhancing the music that you already have. That's how I did it, instead of making it too, you know, Indian classical, or making it something that people cannot relate to. And I think that that
you're
was
saying,
the key.
what you're saying is that it is quite a different story between one who can write different styles of music, and then the other, as versus the fact that this music has the taste, has the different instruments that portrays a unique style that has different music, different culture in it.
Yes.
Am I right? All right, my dear audiences, today, one of the very, very precious moments that I have this opportunity to sit with a great man, great individual, a musician, a Grammy Award winner, Mr. Omar Akram, to share his thoughts on music to somebody who is totally benighted about music, a lover of music though.
Yes.
Right? So stay with us.